Hello, Sierra Bravo 7 Whiskey, or if you prefer my real name, Leif. I'm going to show you the latest antenna. Sorry about that. Antenna project I'm using. I have talked lots about my fishing pole antenna on my website, that one has worked really well for me. But I wanted to try something different. I had tried building a delta loop with wires outside my window, but then I get the ends too close to the house and the water spout, so it did not work that good. So I decided to try another model to get the antenna out of the window and out away from the house. So our ham radio friend built this mounting for me, really good mounting. Sierra Mike 4 X-ray Radio Tango is his call sign, and well, he built this one, really nice mounting. Just fold it out, and you get a perfect delta loop for 17 meters. The rods are 6 meters telescopic fishing rods or fishing poles, not a rod, it's a poles, and the total length of the wire 70 meters. I have removed the top part of the fishing poles, so the total length of each leg are about 5.5 meters, give or take. But it did not work that good on 40 and 80 meters, and my other fishing pole antenna worked really good on even on those bands. So I wanted to improve it a bit, so I built some coils, put one on each leg. It's a 10 meter of copper wire on both, so 20 meter totally, and a 4-to-1 balloon is feeding the coils, and then of course the wires. Now it's mounted on one 38 millimeters steel pipe that I'm mount with another 38 millimeters steel pipe, so it's around 3 meters of a pipe that I can use to get it out in the free air and away from the house, and give and take maybe a half meter that I lose because of I need to mount it here. I build a mounting point here for the antenna, so I can fixate it really good when I put this antenna out. I have around this long of the last pipe here, so it's maybe in half meter that I'm losing because of this. Going to buy me a new one, I think, so I can get it out a little bit more. But the problem is I have neighbors, and there is a house on the other side, so I can't take it out too much. I don't want to knock on their windows. I think they're going to be quite surprised with a big delta loop antenna pointing on their window. Don't want to upset the neighbors too much, so I see here if I'm going to extend the pipes or not. It works quite well now with the pipe. I haven't used this that much. I built it for just a couple of days ago, or last week something. My memory isn't that good. Maybe the last week or the week before. Never mind. But the first test was not that good. Well, On 70 meters, of course, worked super, and on 50 meters it got some quite long way this United States, and in the W Whiskey Alpha area, so that's quite long way. So it worked good on 15, but then on 40 and 80 it was a dummy load, didn't get some anything out of it. But then I made this or those coils, and on the first test we made with my friends that have tested without the coils, they could not hear me then, but with the coils I got the 5.9 reports, and really strong signal. It could be in really good conditions that night as well, but it had been some sandstorms as well, so it needs to be tested a little bit more before I can say if these are helping and how much they are helping. But well, they are helping, because before I couldn't have any contacts on 40 or 80, so some good the coils are doing, but how much it will and how good, well, I had to do some more testing before I can say if it's a super duper job or just doing a good job. But well, that's my Delta Loop antenna, and well, I don't want to start pulling it out of the window at the moment, so it's quite a hard job to do it. First of all, I'll take this out until here. This part is outside the window. Then I start to fold it out and try to keep it out and tighten this screw. At the same time, I have it here balance on this, and put I don't know what they call. Let's call it clamps here, and try to not drop it, and at the same time try to pull it out the much I can before fixating it. All this with one hand. But well, after a while you get it done, and then it works really good. So it's not something I throw out and put out for 10-20 minutes just to run and test. I'm just using it when I know I'm going to be on the radio for at least 1 or 2 hours, so instead of but well, I'm going to try to improve it a little bit. It's a really good mount, but since I'm having this on a horizontal out of the window, I need to try to drill some holes quite close here to the edge, all the way through here. So when I fold one part out, I can take a bolt or something, put it right through here, and it will fixate this, and then do the same on the other side, and then I can tighten the screws, tighten bolts. In that way, I don't have to force it apart and try to fixate it at the same time. I hope you understand how I mean. If you don't, well, too bad. I don't care. It's your loss. Just kidding. Well, that's my Delta Loop antenna. And well, if you have got any questions or so, you feel free to contact me, and I will try to answer your questions. And I say bye 73.